Hey guys, it is the Fantasy Insiders here, and we're going to be talking about RG3 being the MVP, which is complete bullshit. And for
Hey,
some
I never
reason,
said he was.
Alex
I'm just
thinks
saying
that's
if he
going to
goes to the playoffs,
happen.
he's got something under his resume that he could easily be the MVP.
Okay, so I, of course, am going to think that Tom Brady, my fantasy quarterback, is going to be the MVP. And Alex has been arguing with me about it for the past 15 minutes, saying that RG3 has more potential to be court MVP than
I
Tom
never said
Brady.
that. Don't twist my words. I said that him as a rookie and him going to the playoffs with his stats could easily be the MVP, not shoe in. There's a huge
Let's
difference.
listen to that, guys. It's easy to be the MVP.
If
Easy to
you
be
could
the
take your
MVP.
team, which is
Okay.
as unbalanced as the Redskins is, to the playoffs.
All right. So, 7 fumbles, 2,500 yards compared to 3,300. Um
Add those rushing yards in there, John, please. Add
okay,
all 700 of those rushing yards in there too.
3,600 of those rushing yards.
He's over 600.
He's got 642 rushing yards.
Okay.
So you got 3,148 rushing yards total compared to a Tom Brady 27 touchdowns, 3,299 yards, and 2 interceptions.
I thought you said three interceptions.
Let me see. 2, 1. Oh, it
I
is
thought he,
3. You're right. It
I
is
thought,
three.
I
Three
thought he threw more
interceptions.
than that though.
Tis 3 interceptions as opposed to RG3's 4. Where are the stats besides RG3 can run more that are better than Tom Brady? I just don't understand.
Um, your statistics aren't gonna always win you that stuff, John.
So what does he do that's so much better? I don't understand. He runs the ball. He's a college quarterback. Problem solved. That's
The
all there is
problem
to it.
solved is if you look around at their offenses, RG3 has jack diddly shit.
Isn't a
He's got
isn't
a
a good
rookie running
quarterback
back.
isn't a good quarterback supposed to make them better? Brett Favre, Sidney Rice. Sidney Rice was unheard of. Nobody knew who Sidney Rice was when Brett Favre played. Brett Favre plays throws 1,500 yards to him.
I bet
Considered
I
one of
can
the
name
best
three
wide receivers.
quarters of the wide receivers for the Patriots. I can name like two of the Redskins wide receivers, and that's not including tight ends that are out and injured and crap.
So he should make them known. Find his receiver. Get him
He's a
down.
freaking rookie. A rookie isn't going to make all-star wide receivers. You and I
Uh,
both know
an
that
MVP
that excuse isn't
quarterback.
going to work.
An MVP quarterback should be able to find wide receivers. An
He does find wide
MVP
receivers, but
caliber.
he, but his
You
his
just
wide
said he's a rookie quarterback. He shouldn't have to find his
he
wide
can't make
receivers.
them because he's still trying to make a name for himself being an all-star.
He's not an all-star.
He is an all-star.
I
He'll
bet you he
he'll
doesn't
go
go
to
to
the
the
Pro
all-star
Bowl.
game. I
He's going
bet
to
you
go to
he
the Pro
doesn't.
Bowl.
I bet you he doesn't.
You know, and I know both that he's going to the Pro Bowl.
With what? There's tons of quarterbacks that are better than him.
In the NFC, in the,
NFC?
there's Aaron
Um
Rodgers.
yes,
There is Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers is going to the playoffs.
Aaron Rodgers will easily go instead of
If
RG3.
he goes to the if he goes to the NFC thing, he's automatically it goes in as a title, but he's not going to play in the thing. And who else is going to beat him there? Eli Manning sucks.
Eli
He's thrown
Manning
like 10 interceptions.
Eli Manning will beat out. Okay, so basically what you're
He's thrown
saying
10
is
interceptions, and he's got like 16 touchdown
so
passes.
what you're saying is RG3 he'll go to the
He'll
playoffs.
go to the Pro Bowl. He's an all-star.
He'll go to the Pro Bowl, but he'll go to the Pro Bowl facing up against crappy quarterbacks cuz the good ones are in the playoffs. So congratulations, he beats out Josh Freeman. Oh, good for him.
Yeah, there's Matt
Congratulations. Congratulations, he beats out Christian Ponder. Congratulations, he beats out Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford.
Okay.
He's not bad. He had 5,000 yards last year.
How many INTs does he have?
I have fucking clue.
How often do they run the ball? Never. They're like a 90-10 offense. They run the ball 10% of the time, pass it 90.
You want to know
He
why?
has
Because their
50
running back
plus
sucks dick.
he has
He fumbles it
50
like every other
plus
time he gets the ball.
he has 50 plus passes a game.
And
Attempts.
so does
Well
Romo.
over.
Romo sucks
Well
dick.
over. I never said Romo was good. I never said Romo sucks. I hate
But
Romo.
here's the difference between Romo and Stafford. Stafford has shown that he could throw over 5,000 yards in a season, just like Tom Brady and Breeze can.
You give me 600 passes in a season, I'm pretty sure half of the quarterbacks in the
Your
NFL could
argument
throw.
there is invalid because Tom Brady throws the ball way more than they run the ball. They're probably like a 70-30, 80-20.
Yes,
He, he,
exactly.
he easily gets 52 throws a game. Just like Manning. And Manning, I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't offend any of you. He's washed up. He's done. He's not gonna win anything.
Oh, for Christ's sakes. He's
He's
washed
done.
up. He's washed up. Peyton Manning.
All right, let's see how
Have
far
you
they go to the
taken have
playoffs.
you taken a
Considering
look
the fact he's lucky to throw the ball 40 yards with his shoulder.
have you taken a look at the stats for him this year? Have you just taken a glimpse at them?
Have you seen their defense takes away a shit ton of the balls, giving them chances to use it. They don't
Oh,
play anybody either. Who do they play? They play the Chargers. The Chargers, they're bad.
okay. Okay, a washed up quarterback does not throw 300 plus yards consistently.
Well, he does when he gets to throw it 60 times a game because they have nobody else to give the ball to.
Well, it's a
That, that,
passing
that, that, that,
offense.
that, that, you could easily throw 600 yards with 60 or 300 yards a game with 60 passes.
Easily.
Easy.
So why doesn't Josh Freeman do it?
Josh Freeman's got a running back that's not bad at all.
He throws well over 40 times a game.
Well, that's because he sucks dick. He is awful. He is 40, 40
I thought you
passes and
said
you only complete 50% of them. That
I thought you said anybody could do it.
anybody can do it. RG3 throws it
So
20
why
times a
doesn't
game and he
Josh
goes
Freeman
over
do it?
300
Why doesn't Josh Freeman do it? He's a person.
because he can't throw the ball accurately. He throws it far and it's like 20 yards beyond his receivers.
But you just said anybody could do it.
Anybody can do it. It's called accuracy.
So why can't he do it then?
Why can't he do it?
You're
Because he sucks
contradicting
dick.
yourself here. You're
He sucks
contradicting
dick.
yourself.
How come he doesn't go to the Pro Bowl every year? Because he sucks balls.
Okay, listen to what I'm saying. You just said anybody could do it. Anybody could
Yeah,
throw 300 plus yards.
every quarterback in the league could do it. Romo does it on a game league basis, and he sucks dick. I mean, his completion percentage is like
But
52%.
we're talking about Josh Freeman here. We're talking about
Josh
Josh
Freeman's
Freeman.
is like 50%. He's terrible.
Yeah, but he doesn't throw 300 plus yards a game.
When you get to take the snap and throw it 66 to 70% of the time, there's your team averages like 40 400 to 500 yards a game. There's your math there obviously shows that he could do it because he's getting the ball enough to do it.
He doesn't. Josh Freeman doesn't throw 300 plus a game.
Yeah, but he throws it 40 times. That just shows how superb the running
Yes,
is.
yet he throws it 40 plus times.
The
That doesn't
average
make
team gets
any sense.
64. The average team gets like 64 plays a game.
Yeah, and he
That's like
throws it
eight.
40
That's like eight
plus.
possessions worth if you don't go 3 and outs and you get touchdowns or field goals every time.
Yes, that is correct. Continue.
I mean, when you're so bad and your receivers suck. I mean, they have Williams or right Williams, number 19. I don't know his name. They have Williams. That's it. I mean,
What's your
I,
point?
I've watched their games and their receivers can't catch as well as he can't throw
So explain to me why he throws 40 plus a game and doesn't
because
get 300 yards then.
his receivers drop the ball like 5, 6 times a game.
So now
The big
so
passes.
now it's not his fault. He's not a bad
No, he's
quarterback.
bad.
It's
He's
it's
bad.
his
He,
wide
throw, he
receivers
throws it to
now.
the point where either it's too easy and they just drop it, or you have to make a stretch and it's still a difficult catch. When you throw those and it's 12 of those plays a game, to the point where you can't blame the receiver.
His receivers do not drop 12 passes a game.
I didn't say they dropped 12 passes a game. I just said they dropped 6. 12 of
You
them you can't
said
blame
you
them on.
said a
I
majority
said
of his passes are either drops or
or
overthrown.
they're overthrown because the receivers when they touch it, they can't pull it in because
But
it's
he
outside
still gets 250 yards a game. So why can't he get that 300 yards a game then?
because his receivers are bad and he can't accurately throw the ball to where the people can catch it.
Okay, he gets 40 passes a game.
He's got nobody. He's
He
got
gets
nobodies on his
four.
receiving core.
Okay, what quarterback do you know averages 6 yards a pass? What quarterback do you know does that? His wide receivers get 6 yards on every play. So that means they're
That's
not
pretty.
dropping
They're
it that
not going,
much. That
or
means that
they're
means he's
not,
just throwing
or
short every time. He doesn't have the
or maybe
confidence.
the receivers he's overthrowing them every other play and they're going 12.
I
They're
doubt
going about
that's
12
happening.
yards, I think.
I
12 or
feel like
20.
that's not. I feel like he's just I feel like okay,
John, an
this is
average doesn't mean that
completely
every single play goes 6 yards.
no shiz. No
I mean,
shiz.
when 50% are dropped or overthrown or bad, and then they catch it, I don't know, every other time because that's how the statistic works. There's a chance that they're going 40, 50 yards down the field or more, and then there's chances where they lose yards, and then there's those chances where they're getting around that 6, anywhere between 6 and 30 yards. It, the point is he throws a lot of screens too. And screens either work or they don't work. There's no in between.
All right, this is completely aside from the point. We set aside this podcast to talk about RG3 being
Oh
MVP
yeah, and then we like
versus
and then we
Tom
went
Brady.
and then we went off to what Roma was thrown around, that Josh
What we
Freeman.
should be talking about is RG3 or Tom Brady. That is all there is to it. And
Here's two opinions. Tom Brady's gonna win because he's
obviously,
experienced. He's got the receivers. He could take his team to the playoffs no problem.
mm-hmm.
RG3's got an injured defense that
Okay,
can't stop jack shit.
it's not just Tom Brady's team that's doing it though. He has talent. He has a ton of
He has a
talent.
shit ton of talent around him.
No, not around him. He is talented. Just okay,
And
you
so is
throw.
everybody else around him.
I guarantee if you were to put, let's see, what's a terrible quarterback? Let's say you put Jason Campbell in
Jason
at.
Campbell, I don't even know where the hell he is
He's
anymore.
the backup for Chicago. You put him in.
Why do you
You
put him
put
in
him
a
at.
backup? He's better than Cutler is.
That's what I think too. That's a whole nother complaint though. We'll talk
Yeah.
about that after this. But you put Jason Campbell in to run the Patriots offense, and
He could do it.
you're telling me he would bring them to the playoffs every year, like Tom Brady does.
I don't think every year. I think he could do it because
There's a point where talent you have a talented team and
what about 2008? Was it
you need someone
2008?
to piece them all together. You need a person to piece them all together.
In 2006, 2008, I don't know. It was one of those even years. Tom Brady went down with a broken leg, and his backup quarterback brought them to a 10-6 playoff division winning season.
Who's their backup?
I have no idea what the fuck his name
Well,
was.
it all depends on who their backup was because
Their backup
he
wasn't
very well
anybody
could have been
special. He averaged like 1 or 2 interceptions a game.
2006.
It was somewhere between 6 and 10, because I remember it was the year after they lost the thing. So 2008, I think, was the year after they almost had that perfect season.
So they had a backup.
They had a backup quarterback in play every game of the year except like he came in on like the third play of the first game or something like that. Some
Are you talking
ridiculous.
about Matt Castle? Matt Castle's a starting quarterback. Matt Castle
Where?
was at the Chiefs for the Chiefs, but he's still a
Matt,
starting quarterback.
the Chiefs suck donkey dick.
I know that. Yeah, I know that's true.
Your logic is that argument right there is so invalid.
That's true, but he's still a starting quarterback.
I mean, how many wins do they have? One?
He,
Two?
he's still a starting quarterback.
Rex Grossman was a starting quarterback.
Okay.
And he threw 14 interceptions in like 6 games last year.
Yeah, that's true. Rex Grossman does suck. That's
Yeah,
very
he was
true.
bad. And then they brought in Jason Beck, who threw like 4 interceptions and no touchdown passes in 2 games. I mean, that
Wait,
was a terrible
is
decision.
Matt Castle even the starting quarterback for the Chiefs?
I have no idea. He was last year.
Matt Castle. For some reason, I'm thinking they have someone else there. I don't know why, but I'm feeling like they have someone else there.
I thought he was there last year and they traded him or something. I don't know.
All right, regardless, it doesn't matter. Regardless, we need to talk about how.
Who are we going on about now? Jason Campbell and Cutler?
No, that's part of a very valid argument
That's
because
a very good element.
it's part of the conversation right now. But anyways, regardless, um, what was I talking about? What were we even talking about?
I don't know. We got off track after we started bringing in bad quarterbacks and Tom Brady and talent and stuff.
Oh yes, oh yes. How could we fit? Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Matt
Well,
Castle is terrible. He
well,
has way more
here's another
touchdowns.
difference
Sorry,
between I think
sorry.
RG3 and Brady. How many of the Patriots receivers can you name off? that aren't injured or
Patriots.
suspended right now.
Patriots. You got Wes Welker, who's very apparent. You've got Gronkowski, Hernandez.
Two tight ends right there that are
Yeah,
really,
that
really
is a
good.
huge
That
thing.
is that is massive having two tight
Their
ends.
tight ends are some of the best in the league. Hernandez could go to a different team and start without a doubt, very easily. He could start on most teams.
Yeah,
I
he
could only
could.
see like Jason Witten or
Jason Witten could outsstart him.
Houston.
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez probably. Houston's
Gonzalez is a stud. Holy shit.
he's very
Even
good.
though he's like
He's
40.
always been good. He's always been good though. Who was that guy? For the Rockets. Or not the Rockets. The Texans. I'm blanking for some reason. Um, Vernon Davis. He couldn't start over Vernon Davis either.
Vernon Davis plays there. I thought he played in San Francisco.
He does.
Ah,
Oh
why'd you say
no,
Houston?
I know, but I'm talking about Houston's tight end too. He's
Yeah, he's
amazing.
pretty studly.
He's
All right, let's
it's
get
on
back
the
to the
tip of my tongue.
receivers.
Just
I
a
mean,
sec. Just a sec.
we're
Just a sec.
getting off on all stars.
Just a second. I have to know this now. I have to think about. Brand Selleck. He could easily start over.
Yeah, Selleck used to be an Eagle.
He
Either
still
that
is
or
an
he still
Eagle.
is an
Yeah,
Eagle.
he's still an Eagle.
He's terrible.
Yeah, he's washed
He
up. I'll
he
say that
dropped like
much.
4 passes in the loss against the Redskins that were hit him right in the hands, and one of them was picked off for like an eight
Owen
yard return.
Daniels. Owen Daniels. That's who it is. Owen Daniels. He's a boss. But anyways, um, what were we talking about? But anyways, yeah, you can name a lot of the Patriots wide receivers pretty easily.
How many
Um,
of the Redskins can you name that aren't injured or don't suck?
Moss.
He drops a lot of passes. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's been good the past few games though. He was double covered in the Cowboys game. He went up and over their safety and then got like gang tackled and still got the
I know. I
touchdown. That
watched the
was
game,
insane.
bro. I watched football. I watched the game. Don't worry.
Yeah,
And
that
then
was
we've
insane.
got who else have we got? You have him. You have
Pierre Garcon.
Banks.
Banks is terrible.
I
He,
know he
he's
is.
he's a kickoff specialist. That's all he really can
He's
do.
one of their wide receivers. I think he's like third
Pierre
or
Garcon.
second. Pierre Garcon. Okay, that's
He's uninjured.
well. Regardless, they don't have as good as wide receiver staff.
Yeah, we're missing our star tight end,
Who's their star tight
Fred
end?
Davis. He
Fred
kicks
Davis.
ass.
Oh, Fred Davis. Yes, I
Yeah,
remember Fred
he's
Davis.
really good. Um,
It's just
and
funny to before I say this. It's funny to hear this from Alex because he is a huge
yeah, I
Redskins
could name
fan.
all of them. I think,
He's a huge Redskins fan. He's
but
born and raised
I
Redskins.
only
But
count the good ones. And Cooley sucks.
Cooley got traded.
No, we re-signed him because he went home into free agency because we cut him because he was injured all the time, and because of Fred Davis being gone for the season, we have him back.
Really?
Yeah, so occasionally you'll hear in the Redskins Stadium Chris Cooley
Yeah.
throughout the stands. It's like he sucks dick.
He's washed.
Our
He's
third
gotten
string
injured too
tight
much.
end starts over him.
But anyways, Tom Brady, RG3. We need to wrap this up. I'm gonna go ahead and say Tom Brady. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section.
I think we forgot one other quarterback that I think if unless the Redskins go to the playoffs, I think you could make a valid argument for him.
Who?
I think Schaub. I think you can make an argument for Schaub.
Matt
His team.
Schaub. Yes, it's possible. But he is. There's another guy who has an amazing receiving squad. Andre Johnson, Owen Daniels. He's got running backs that are phenomenal.
Yeah, Arian Foster kicks
Oh,
ass.
he is phenomenal.
He is a beast.
But we'll have talks about this in the future. Leave in the description who you think the MVP will be. Running backs,
We're going over
quarterbacks.
running backs next time.
Oh, most definitely. Running backs, quarterbacks, anybody you want to talk about in the description or the comment section, talk about it. See you guys.